Alright, so earlier today, I was with one of my friends and we were watching some video blog. Something marbles, maybe. Something having to do with that. I don't know. But that inspired me to start my own video blog called What's Going On with Vinny V. So, today, what I know the video quality isn't that well because this is my first video. I've never really done anything like this, and I don't really have a reason right now to have a better video camera on my computer. But depending on how this goes, I'll get a better one. Alright. But anyways, today I'm going to talk about faces, and guys' faces in particular, and what we do to them to make them look how they look. So, I know guys care more about their faces and how they look than they lead everybody else to believe. So, by doing that, guys actually do care about acne and like what color their face is with like tanning and stuff. And then we're going to talk about shaving also. So, first of all, we're going to talk about how to make your face really smooth and acne free. The best product out there right now is actually Proactive. And for people who think it's too expensive or don't really have never used it, should definitely use it. And you don't really have to like subscribe to the monthly thing and buy like all 5 steps or whatever and get it like a subscription and have it taken out of any kind of account every month. You can just go like at our mall we have a little kiosk and you can just buy individual stuff, and that's a lot cheaper than subscribing. So the only two things you really need are the renewing cleanser, can't really see it that well, and the refining mask. Now, the renewing cleanser is something I use every day, but only kind of. I don't really use it every day, but you don't really need to. At least I don't with my face. But I put some on a little like sponge like this, like an Axe one, that has like the spongy, netty stuff. When I'm in the shower, I have this separate one just for my face, and I put some of the root cleanser on it, and I scrub my face really vigorously for a few minutes, and that just really takes down anything, any dead skin or any kind of anything you have on your face that's not even. It really evens out your skin and everything. And that also makes the skin really smooth. Next, I use the refining mask. Um, the directions say to use it like 2 to 3 times a week for 10 minutes, but sometimes I use it like every day for hours. Now, I usually sleep with it overnight, which isn't really a problem. I've never had any problems with it. The only thing is sometimes my face dried up and it would start peeling, but you can solve that very easily by using moisturizer as soon as you wake up in the morning when you take it off. So use a refining mask overnight, at least a few times a week. But if you have a pimple that you feel is about to come, or you have one that's already came out, just put this over the pimple and it'll be gone the next day. Or it'll be significantly reduced the next day. So if by using just those two things, it really clears up your face and makes your face really soft and smooth and everything. So, moving on to shaving. Now, I use this Gillette Pro Glide or something like that, and the razors I use are the newest Pro Glide ones with like the black label. So that actually works really well. But usually when I used to shave, I had like red bumps on my neck and I would cut myself a lot, kind of. But so I tried a bunch of different shaving creams, especially like the Gillette one that came with it or that was right next to it. And I thought that was the best one because everybody would show it all the time. But it actually sucks really bad, so don't buy the Gillette one. And one day I ran out of shaving cream, so I was shaving them in the shower, actually, because it's just easier to have running water. I do everything when I'm in the shower. Brush my teeth, shave, everything. So my sister and I share the same bathroom, and she had this Skintimate skin therapy moisturizing shaving gel with vitamin E, lotionized with vitamin E, baby soft, whatever. It's like the blue and white, whatever, can. And it comes out pink, actually, I think. So one time I used that instead of my Gillette or whatever, and my face came out the softest it's ever been, and I had no bumps, I had no redness, and I had no cuts whatsoever. So actually, use the Chick Stuff Skintimates when you shave your face, because that actually works very well. Now, the last thing that some guys, or a lot of guys, I don't really know, but guys like me care about is tanning stuff. I watch Jersey Shore all the time, you know, so do a lot of people actually, and I care about being tan and looking good. So, I don't really like going to tanning salons because I don't really have a lot of time because I work and go to school. And I hang out with friends a lot and stuff. And I don't really want to pay for like a subscription for a tanning salon. And I just don't want to. So, but if you don't want to, then by all means go. Just don't stay in there for that long because, you know, it's kind of bad. It could be bad for you after a while. But either way, it's better than being out in the sun all the time. But if you're like me and you don't want to go outside and get skin cancer or go to a tanning salon with everybody, I use self-tanner. Now, when a guy uses self-tanner, he really has to be careful which one he picks because the first self-tanner I bought, I wasn't aware until like the fourth time I used it, and it had like sparkly glittery stuff inside. So I guess it was a bronzer type thing. So one day I was walking out in the sun and I noticed my arms were like glittering and everything, which was not what I was going for. So you really got to be careful in choosing which self-tanner to use. So the ones I use right now, actually, I really only use the two main ones, but I don't know, if I find one that looks cool or something, I'll buy it. Origins, it's a place that we have in our mall. It's called Faux Glow. It's in like a teal-ish bottle, and it's just for your face, but I guess you can use it everywhere. I use it on my like arms and face and everything. And it just doesn't have like glittery sparkles or anything. So that's really good. But it's an instant tanner. So like the biggest problem with that is you have to be sure to wash your hands like immediately because it will turn your hands orange and everybody will laugh at you. Now, the second thing I use more than the Origins is this Neutrogena Micro Mist Airbrush Sunless Tan. I use the 3 shades darker deep one, but I think I've seen a 2 shades darker, and I'm assuming they have a 1 shade darker. But I like the 3 because it really gets where I want to go. I don't have to use it like every day or anything to get the certain kind of tan I want. So this, you spray it on and then stand under a fan or something to make sure it dries and doesn't drip. And it actually works really well and there's no streaks or anything, which is also extremely important when you're self-tanning. But it works like 2 to 4 hours after you spray it on. So I usually spray it on in the morning before I go to school. And by the time, I drive like an hour away to go to college. So by the time I'm like done with my first hour-long class, I'll be tanner, and it'll work for the rest of my classes throughout the day. So, in order for any guy to have an awesome face that anybody will like, you have to shave with a good 4-blade at least Mine's actually 5 blade razor, and this is like it's the vibrating one or whatever, which I don't know. It kind of helps. I feel like it does, but I don't really know because I don't use any other one. Um, and the Skintimate shaving cream helps a lot. And then scrub your face, Proactive renewing cleanser, or really just any cleanser, but make sure it has some kind of like crystals or beads inside, because that'll really help smooth out your face and take away any blemishes that you don't want. And then use a sponge like this, because some people whine about it like damaging the face, whatever, but it doesn't really matter, because it just smooths out your face more than it would for like a soft cleanser or something. And then I guess you really don't have to use this a lot, but if you ever get a pimple, or just as a preventative, like me, preventive, I don't know, whatever. I use this overnight, a couple times a week, and if you're getting a pimple, just put a dot of it on your pimple, and it'll be gone by the time you wake up. Then spray yourself with Neutrogena Micro Mist airbrush on the stand for whatever shade you want to get. And then stand in front of a fan or do something to dry yourself off really quick. And then you'll be tan in a couple hours. And you'll be looking FTD. Alrighty, well, this is my first vlog, if that's what you want to call it. So, I don't really know if I'm going to do a lot more, if I'm going to do any more at all, depending on how this was. But thank you for watching, and I will pick a creative, hopefully more funny topic next time I do one. Thank you.